Hello, Steve. My name is Dave Pillow, and I met you the other day at the Ogden Home Show. What I like to do is I go around to these shows and I talk to folks and I meet people and I check out their products, and then I'll take what I've learned about that company and I'll go home and do a little bit of research on the company, and namely the website that the company has, and to see where it ranks up in Google. Um, what I like to do is I dig deeper and see what makes it rank and how it ranks and why it ranks where it ranks. And then what I'll do is I'll make a little video just like this and I'll send it to the owner of the business, and hopefully I can give them a few tips and tricks on how they can improve where their website ranks in Google. So if you're still with me, without any further ado, I'd like to go ahead and get started. I don't know if you notice, I'm in a Mac and I'm in my incognito mode, and I'm in my incognito mode because that's not going to record cookies, and it's not going to store any website history, search engine history. And that's important because if you've ever searched for your own business on your home computer or on your mobile device, and if you've done it even 2 or 3 times, Google's actually going to place that differently than what everybody else sees. You might uh, search for your business on your computer and it might show up one, two, or three, and you're thinking, well, why aren't people calling me? Well, the fact is that people aren't seeing that because you've put those cookies in your computer, um, and it's a whole big old mess. So it's kind of confusing, but this is a search I'm doing for roofing contractor, Salt Lake City, and this is a search done uh, in Salt Lake City. And now I'm actually in Tooele. This is one of the tools I use to go around that. My search term is roofing contractor Salt Lake City, but with this tool, I'm able to generate the search from Salt Lake City. So that makes a difference. If I was looking from Tooele, but with this search term, it would throw me up a whole bunch of different things. I want to make this as natural as somebody is in Salt Lake City is going to be searching for a roofer. Okay, I did the same thing for Ogden because I'm not 100% sure if your main city is Ogden or if it's Salt Lake City. Regardless, I did them both. So let's go back to the search here and we'll break this down. So we got some ads right here. These guys, they're paying about $17 every time somebody clicks their link, okay? Whether or not they get the business from the person that clicked or not, Google's going to charge them 17 bucks and a click. Um, Generally, with my customers, with my clients, what I'll do is I'll run ads in the beginning, but once what I've done starts to their website, starts taking effect and getting a hold into Google, I would go ahead and uh, discontinue using those ads because generally my clients get plenty of calls from the map pack and from the organic. So this is the map pack, and I want to offer you a tip here. Go into Google and type in Google My Business, and what's going to pop up is a thing that you're going to sign in on your email, and then create a profile and fill it out as best you can. You're going to add pictures, hours, and phone number, and all that stuff. And then in about a week or two, Google's going to send you a postcard with a code. You're going to enter that code into their website, and then you'll be eligible to have your listing up here. Now I say eligible because if you were to click this button, and I've already done, and I'm not going to now because that'll take my search out of Salt Lake City, but I've done it over here, and there's a ton of roofers in Salt Lake City that have already um, verified their business. In fact, there's about 6 pages full of them. Now, I'm not saying there's 60 or 70 roofers. A lot of these guys they have got multiple entries, and that's another tactic we can talk about at a different time, but it's totally possible to get seen in here. Um, let's go to the search again, and then we got this after the maps, we got the organic. The best place to be in Google is on page 1. Nobody's really going to go look for a roofer on page 3. It's just how it is. People are impatient nowadays. They want to be what's in 1, 2, or 3, and those are the prime spots. I went ahead and did a search. I went through the top 3 pages for this search, roofing contractor Salt Lake City, and I did the same thing for Ogden. And unfortunately, Steve, I don't see your website anywhere. So that's a problem. But I'm gonna tell you how to fix it real quick. Go into Google and then type in Google steps to a Google friendly site, and this page will pop up, and then they're going to tell you exactly what they're looking for. It's going to say give visitors the information they're looking for, and do that by providing high quality content on your page, especially your home page. You'll see that's the single most important thing to do, is provide high quality, relevant content on your page. That's the main thing. Let's go back to your website here, and what they're talking about is the amount of words that is on your homepage and how relative it is to your industry and the city. So you don't want to overdo it with every other sentence saying roofing contractor Salt Lake City or roofing contractor Austin, or I'm sorry, Ogden, but you definitely want that in there a few times. You know, Google's going to look at this, and it will read your website as a human would read it. Computers are smart nowadays. It's just how it is, and that's what we gotta account for. You know, we're playing their game, we're playing in their sandbox, and we gotta play by their rules. So as long as we give them what they like, they'll return the favor by ranking your website higher. This next one here says make sure that other sites link to your site. What they're talking about here is backlinking. You may not have heard this before, but basically it's other websites that are very valuable pointing to your site, basically like giving you a recommendation, right? The more you have that, the easier and the quicker your website will get up into the top spots in Google and remain there. One of the easiest backlinks to get is your Chamber of Commerce. Go into the Chamber of Commerce, and you'll see a thing that says add a link or add your business or whatever. Go ahead and do that. You know, put in the actual address and all that stuff, and what's gonna happen in a couple weeks, you'll see Google will actually read that, and it'll jump up your site a little bit more. Lastly, it says make your site easily accessible. Typically what we're talking here is on the mobile devices. I'm going to go over here to this article from Search Engine Land, and Search Engine Land is a very good resource for me and what I do in SEO. It's actually one of the best places I know of to go to find out what's going on with Google and the search engines, and it's basically on, you know, how I stay hip to the game, right? Well, they come out with the article back in 2015 saying that Google says more searches are now done on the mobile devices than desktop. Okay, so we want to make sure that you have, you know, this was 3 years ago, so certainly more people are searching now on their mobile devices than they're on their home computers or laptops. So we want to check to see if we have a friendly site, right? Well, go into Google and type in mobile friendly test, and then put in your website there, and you'll find out. And it says, unfortunately, your page is not mobile friendly because right here the content is wider than the screen. Now this is actually pretty good. Well, it's not good, but you only have one issue. A lot of websites I see have 4, 5, 6 issues. So this is not too bad. If I were you, I would go and click this link here, learn how to fix this error, and then you know, go into your Squarespace and fix it there. It will help, I promise. Let's see, what else am I going to talk about? I'm going to show you another tool I use. It's called Majestic. Majestic is, you know, a whole bunch of nerds got together and wrote this program and the software, and basically they can tell how many of those backlinks that you're getting into your site. I'm going to go over here, click this button. I've already entered your site here, and it shows these two. No, got a couple of them. It says you had 4, but only one of them is showing. It's that Cache Valley Home and Garden Show. I'm sure you'll get one from the Home and Garden Show on in the Ogden one if you get a what's called a do follow link. And when you do get those links, if you can control it, you want to put you know, the name of your business. You definitely want to put the Roofing Center. You don't want to put something like here. And I don't even know if you had any control over this. Sometimes you don't. But if you ever do, go ahead and put your actual business name in there. And so we got some numbers here: trust flow, topical trust flow, and then citation flow. And these are it's a representation in numbers on how your website is doing, if that makes any sense at all. What I could do is I can throw in one of your competitors here. I'll put this guy in, and he's going to be a little bit better, a little bit more numbers than you are, okay? And he has basically has a topic. You know, Google knows where to basically file this, and small business, construction, and maintenance kind of falls into that category. I don't know how they got an arts and music, but somewhere in their backlinks, it's an art site, maybe a couple of them, and Google takes all those sites that they're looking, that is pointing to your site, and you know, that's what's that backlinking portion is, that popularity contest. This just shows me what's going on in the back side of that website, and I know I can fix this. In fact, I want to show you a website that I do, that a client of mine, he's Austin Mobile Dog Groomer. He's I've got him up in the maps already, and he's down here at number 8. He's fallen off a little bit. He was up in the 2 and 3, but somebody's like this guy, he's gotten wise to my game, so he's playing catch up. Now I got to do a little bit of catch up playing, but that's fine. I can grab this and put this back in that same tool. And notice how my numbers are a lot different. They're a lot bigger. They're beefier. That's what basically, in a sense, Google looks at. And this is a tool I use again to look at all the websites I look at. This is a very important tool for me. Really, I don't have anything else to say other than those three tips over here that I talked to you about. Content, high quality content. Make sure you have the best quality content of all your competitors, and then do these other 2, and then get that map pack situation going. You know, register for your site in Google My Business, and within a few months you'll be getting some more phone calls if you could do those few things. You know, when you do any jobs, make sure you ask for reviews. You know, offer, even if you have to offer a discount to get a good review, it's worth it, because even in Facebook, just like Google, the more people that rank you higher right here, they're going to look at that, and they're also going to look at how many times it's liked. I'm going to go ahead and like your site now. How many times they comment on it and share it. So engage your audience on Facebook. That will definitely help you out. So again, hope I didn't bore you to death. I hope you took something out of this 12 minutes. Now it's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I really hope that you know, you can do a few things, get your website ranked higher. And hey, if you have any more questions, just go ahead and get a hold of me by replying to this email, or you know, get more clients at leadgenadvisor.com. That's my business, Lead Gen Advisor. I help more businesses get more business. So thanks for your time. Again, reply to me if you have more questions. Take care and have a good day.